Hello, everybody. This is Kamorian. I'm going to talk to you guys about Crossroads. My boyfriend bought me this cute little funky, and I got this Flareon. Now, if you don't know anything about me in conventions, I get a different evolution every time I go, and I only need Umbreon and Jolteon to complete my collection. So, I also got these little minifigures, a Dratini, Ninetales, a Vulpix, and a Vaporeon. Well, I have been sick, that's why I've been waiting to put this. I've been putting this off. I also got a Flareon. I got a Jolteon pin, a Leafeon. I got some earrings. I also got a really tiny Fennekin from a really nice lady at a booth for $5. It's like this, but it's a plush. He's on my shelf already. But anyway, so I went 2 days. I went Friday and Saturday. It was a really fun convention. I don't know if you can see this. So there was one panel that was, but I went to a really good panel. It was Indiana Cosplayers We Need You. They're making a really awesome documentary, and we had a really good, honest talk about, what they should put in a documentary. Indiana Cosplayers documentary. Type it in Facebook, find them. But their panel was really good, and it let us express ourselves as cosplayers. Talking about cosplay, I cosplayed as Vaporeon and Glaceon, and my boyfriend cosplayed as Umbreon and Flareon. Yes. And so it was a lot of fun. The convention, we stayed Friday night until 8. We got there to like 3 or something. It was so freezing cold. And then we stayed from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 2 at night for the rave on Saturday. And the rave was fun. I'm not a dubstep person, as most of you can tell. But it was fun. We danced. There was pretty lights. It wasn't as crowded as last year, which I think that's actually like in result of it being so crowded the year before. But I think the freezing cold weather was a reason there weren't a lot of people that came. I went Friday and Saturday because it was $8 more with the Everbright tax stuff, which $8 more is like, half of a ticket for Friday, so why not? I've been working my butt off. But so it was a lot of fun. There was a few lulls in between the panels deciding what to do. We went to the artist alley or the dealer room, and the dealer room didn't have as much, but they had really good stuff. Prices were decent. They were kind of expensive, but I splurged. I was like, God, shit, because I love the dealer's room and I just love to shop. Now, the breakdown of the convention was, because it's a smaller con, it's more of a friendly con you want to go to if you want to make friends, explore, piece together what a smaller con is, because people out of state, unless they know about it, don't usually come, because they don't know about it, and that's a lot of driving for a smaller con. There were some people from out of state. We did a Pokemon shoot, which was awesome. I can't find the pictures yet, but hopefully I'll attach a picture probably at the beginning and the end of the convention. Dressed up. But it was a lot of fun, which that's the one thing, is when you have a smaller convention, people are usually nicer, yet it's kind of in a way harder to meet people because there's less people there. But yeah, there's less people there, which can come to an issue, but as long as you bring someone, it's usually fine. You don't feel as lonely, but there's usually nice people that will hang out with you for throughout the event. But with a big con, you don't feel as much of a community, because you only go one day, because that's all you can really afford. The $70 bill or whatever for 2 days is like, or 3 days is like, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to go again next year. The rave was fun and pretty lights. They had these really cool light up goggle things that I wanted, but they were like bucks, and I was like, oh. Kitty sneezing in the background. But my friend got me this for 25 bucks from a guy. He's like my green mint one if you've seen him. But overall, the con, I give it 4.5 out of 5. It wasn't like 5, like, oh my gosh, this con, I need to go again in my life. Like I know I have to cross weekend, but like, oh my god. But it was a lot of fun, and my boyfriend was there, and it was our first convention together, and cosplaying. I love it. Haven't been able to do it lately because of school. I'm going to try to get a booth because I make plushies. Check out my page. And I do for my tails, which if I did that at a convention, I think I would just be like, here's designs if you want to order one here. And I do cosplay, so selling cosplay pictures, cosplay pieces, my weird Onyx heads, and Pokemon mobiles. But I was looking at maybe having Crossroads be a place where I go to the artist alley, which the artist alley was a little cramped because they had the maid cafe, and they had this weird area between. I don't know if it was like where people waited in line for the cosplay contest. I don't know. I wish I would have entered, but my friend Hiker won. I think he was like judge favorite or something, which congrats to him. But next year I think will be a good time to do, because that's the thing, big conventions are always so nerve-wracking to do cosplay contests because you always have someone who's like, oh, I formed this with some fancy 3D printer, and then it's like, well, fuck, I'm gonna win, which is more of trying to get over my stage fright, but still. Anyways, back to Crossroads. Which was kind of Crossroads. But it was a great convention. I suggest you go, especially if it's one of your first cons, and go to the dealer's room, spend money. Shout out to my friend Plush in the USA. He wasn't there, which made me sad because there weren't enough Pokemon vendors. Some people had like 2 or 3, but like since there was nobody selling them cheap, they were like, oh, like a plushie this size. They're like 25. I spent 15 on him, and I was gonna buy him at another convention, but he was like 20 or something, and I'm like, I don't have that. Like, he's not the size of my Sylveon, which I paid 20 for, but he was 25, so but they were marked down, and so I've been looking for the lady who made him to buy one of her plushies, and I was gonna buy a Flareon from her, or she made really cute Vaporeons, but I really wanted to buy a Flareon from her. And so I finally found it. But the convention was a lot of fun. If it's a small convention, you want, some of the panels are really packed, like the autograph signings, that kind of stuff, because I kind of accidentally wandered toward those panel rooms. And they were like, oh no, this is autograph signing. I'm like, oh. The tabletop room looked fun. They had a nice video game room. It's a convention I suggest going to. It's worth your money. It really is. Because I probably spent with money. I actually spent, sorry, still coming off the sinus infection. With my ticket, I probably spent about 40 plus. I've spent about 80 bucks, so that's pretty good for a con. You want to expect to maybe spend 100 if you're going 2 days. It's 20 each day. Plus the $40 ticket, almost $40, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope to go next year, and I'm hoping to go to Comic-Con, so I'll give you guys an awesome con update about Comic-Con when that comes out, and maybe my Mr. Mystery will be in it. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all enjoy.